A logo is one of your company's most valuable assets, but at some point, rebranding may be a good move, especially if your company is expanding into new markets, scaling, or hoping to boost brand awareness. But when is the right time to redesign, and how do you make sure your new logo is a win and not a flop? Or worse, completely alienate your existing customer base? Keep watching to see what lessons you can learn from these companies who've hit a home run or struck out. I'm looking at you, Cracker Barrel. So let's break it down starting now. There are a couple clear signals it might be a time for a rebrand. Reason number one, expanding your brand's reach. If you're offering new products or catering to a fresh audience, your old branding might not tell the full story anymore. A redesign communicates that change. A perfect example is Apple. So in 2007, Steve Jobs announced Apple was dropping the word computer from its name. The move wasn't just about shortening the name, it reflected Apple's evolution from strictly computers to becoming a leader in electronics, phones, and any kind of entertainment. A second reason to redesign is appealing to a new target audience. So let's take Dunkin', for example. In 2018, they dropped the donuts from their name. The new identity reflected a broader lifestyle brand focused on drinks and food menu, while still keeping the familiar and playful look that their audience already loved. So what are some other examples that a good logo refresh looks like? Let's look at 4 wins to start off, and stick around to the end of the video and I'll share a few more of my favorite, more obscure brand redesigns that don't really get talked about enough. Let's start with our first topic, Instagram. So originally, Instagram's logo was a detailed retro camera. The redesign simplified it into a colorful, gradient-filled icon. The clean, modern look scaled better across devices and was instantly recognizable. It matched the vibrant, creative energy of the platform. Now let's look at a second one, Starbucks. Starbucks gradually simplified its mermaid logo over the years. By removing the text and focusing only on the siren, the brand leaned into iconography that was globally recognizable. The minimalist approach gave it flexibility across packaging, storefronts, and all digital platforms. Third up on my list is MasterCard. Their refresh focused on simplicity. With decades of brand recognition already built up, the minimalist approach felt confident, modern, and perfect for digital-first use. Each of these worked because they preserved brand recognition and aligned with modern design principles. Number 4 is Airbnb. So Airbnb's redesign in 2014 introduced the iconic heart-like symbol. The new shape represents belonging, location, and people, tying directly into Airbnb's mission. It's highly versatile, working across app icons, print, and global campaigns. It transformed into a storytelling device that communicated community and emotional connection. So not all rebrands land well. I'm going to talk about 4 that missed the mark just a smidge, starting off with number 1, Cracker Barrel. This wound is still a little too fresh to talk about, but it's relevant. Customers blasted the new design as sterile, soulless, which is a common reflection of recent design trends across the board. The backlash prompted an almost immediate revision back to the original logo. From a design perspective, the minimalist shift erased emotional connection. From a marketing standpoint, it really disappointed deep brand loyalty and identity. Now we have Gap. So in 2010, Gap suddenly ditched its classic blue box logo for a generic looking word mark with a small gradient square. The backlash was so intense, almost like Cracker Barrel, they also reverted to the original just within a week. The new design felt cheap and lost the heritage that made Gap really recognizable to its audience. The third brand I'd like to talk about is Tropicana. In 2009, Tropicana rolled out a minimal packaging redesign that replaced the iconic orange with a straw image. Customers hated it and sales dropped 20% in just 2 months. The problem wasn't just aesthetics, it made the cartons hard to distinguish on shelves, which goes beyond marketing and into actual financial losses. Next on my list is X, formerly Twitter. Replacing Twitter's iconic blue bird with a stark black and white X logo was pretty polarizing. The blue bird symbolized connection and community, but the new branding felt cold and disconnected for many users. While the strategy aligns with Elon Musk's vision of building an everything app from a brand identity perspective, it erased years of cultural equity and cultural significance. I'll let you decide in the comments if you think the X rebrand was a smart move or maybe not so smart. So how can you make sure that your logo rebrand will be an absolute hit? The best redesigns keep these principles in mind, starting with maintaining recognizability. Don't lose the visual elements your audience already connects with. Next, you want to keep it simple. A strong logo works everywhere, on websites, packaging, apps, and billboards. And then you also want to stay true to your brand values. The logo should match your company's personality, mission, and vision. And then finally, you want to think long term. Avoid chasing design fads that will look outdated in just a few years. Rebranding can feel really risky, but with the right brand suite and design platform like Visme, it's an opportunity to breathe new life into your business. So if you're thinking about a logo redesign or a full rebrand, don't just wing it. Use Visme to visualize your brand's future, stay consistent, and launch a refreshed identity that your customers will absolutely love. So as mentioned before, I do have a few favorite logo redesigns that I personally don't feel get the attention that they deserve. Starting the list off with Viva Air. So Viva Air might be grounded, but that doesn't mean that their 2020 logo redesign didn't take off in my heart. I love the simplicity of the inverted V and A and the typography that the boomerangs are the perfect visual representation for adventure. It's so simple, yet aerodynamic. And yes, it does still make me happy every time I see it. Second on the list is 7-Up. So the refreshed design leaned into bold, energetic typography and simplified shapes which better conveyed freshness and effervescence. From a marketing angle, it modernized the soda's identity to resonate with younger audiences while still keeping its playful, uplifting personality. Then we have an example like Bolt. The redesign stripped away clutter and leaned into minimalism with an instantly recognizable lightning bolt symbol. This aligned with the company's positioning as fast, efficient, and tech-forward, appealing to digital-first consumers. And last on my list, I have the US Soccer Federation. Personally, I am a huge fan of soccer, and after growing up with the brand, I was pretty stoked when they updated their look. The updated crest adopted a more geometric design with stronger lines and a modernized shield, signaling professionalism and national pride. And so those are personally my 4 memorable logo redesigns. What logo redesigns were your favorite, or which did I miss that you really can't stop thinking about? Good or bad, whichever. I want to hear from you in the comments. And I'm Ivan from Visme, helping you design better for your business. Stay tuned for our new videos, and I'll catch you in the next one.